Thus, community media pays its first visit to the Fred Hunt Press Box, high above the playing surface of Tequila Sunrise Sunset Stadium. My name is Jake Williams, and along with my partner, Ben Quackenbush, we bring the call of this OHSAA contest between the Northwest Knights and the visiting Edgewood Cougars. Now here we are in week 7 of the campaign, and I was at practice Wednesday, Ben, and Coach Lee Johnson, as always, is doing the best he can with what he's got. Now, before we get too much further, the officials in tonight's contest are going to be Jim Schick, the referee, Kevin Milling, the linesman, John Sempetti, I didn't catch his job, Frank Stuttmiller, line judge, and Joe Overholzer, the back judge. Ben, it's been a while since I worked with you. I think we did a softball game in the spring over here at the softball field.
And yes, sir, we did. And the game was against Edgewood, so we're back-to-back Edgewood games.
Yes, that's right. I ended up covering Edgewood quite a few sports. You know, we covered them in football recently in Edgewood. But Edgewood has these jerseys that I refer to as the, what do you call it there? The Witness Protection Program. That's right. We can't see those numbers on
Ohio State. I don't like Michigan. Fight on.
So it's going to be a challenge figuring out who's doing what and when on the Edgewood side, because at some point I would like somebody to buy him some new jerseys. So, you know, this is our first trip in here this year. Actually, I don't think we made it in here last year during the circumstances, the way they unfolded last year. So this is really the first time. I think the last time I did any football game here was when I did the no birth certificate bar game between Pleasant Run Middle School and Mount Healthy. So we see the players, teams are getting ready to get this game started. Northwest is going to be kicking to the Cougars. The Cougars will be receiving. You know, I was at practice Wednesday looking around, but I have really no idea. I saw what they try to do with the ball, mainly on offense, so I have no idea anything about their special teams. But we're about to find out here in a second as we get this game kicked off, and the kick is received about the 13-yard line. Guys running north with the ball, but special teams from Northwest is there. Put a stop to it down about the 22-yard line.
And if you know, we also do with the football game, then an Northwest easy rival team of Edgewooders.
Okay, Edgewood is in the ECC now. I have a hard time really following these alphabet soup conference that they're in now. So we see Edgewood up on the ball, first down. Got split wide right. He hands the ball off. Guys run right in. He stiff arms the guy, breaks the tackle. He's north on the field. He finally hauled down at the Cougar 44-yard line. So this looks like, you see on the replay, okay, so here's the Cougars on the ball, second down. First and 10. Hand inside, he's still on his feet, breaking tackles. Finally, they got him down, or forward progress stop at the Northwest 44-yard line, 43-yard line.
And the first two plays for Edgewood are 2 rushes and about 35 yards in 2 yards. Edgewood is marching down the field real quick.
Yeah, Edgewood, like you say, been there, know what they're bringing to the table. It looks like ground and pound.
They got an elite rushing team. They can run. They play more on the ground than on the pass.
Okay, so we have a first down. Turn and give. He's going around to the left side. He's through first line defenders, and he's still on his feet. They don't get it down until he reaches the 27-yard line of the Knights.
3 plays, and we're already inside the 30. Seven yards away from the red zone.
Well, they've been averaging 10 yards a play, basically. Under center. Give to the first man through. Northwest defense a little stiff on that play. You know, I gotta apologize to the audience. We weren't provided any information on Edgewood Cougars as far as the roster, name, number, position, height, weight. We don't know. But we'll bring you the best call we can. So under center, turn and give. He's around right in. He's going to be stretched out. They got him beat to the edge this time.
Another run by Edgewood, and Northwest 2 great plays on allowing 4 yards on the last 2 runs.
Yeah, well, they had to do some kind of tighten up.
Northwest could possibly put Edgewood for a field goal.
So looks like we got a 3rd and 12. 9:43 left to go in the first quarter. As the Cougars break the huddle up on the ball. I'm too swift for it.
And finally on the air. And
so that ball is thrown and caught by the Cougars.
Boy, a great pass.
Where they pick up decent yardage. You know, it did the Cougars well to mix it up with the pass play. Okay. 4th and 11.
It might be a quick snap, punt. And no, they go for it.
He's going to throw this ball, looking to throw deep over the middle. And this guy's wide open in the end zone. Touchdown for the visiting. Wait a minute, what happened here? Okay.
And he dropped it.
He dropped that ball then. And
so Northwest with a lucky break.
Northwest Knights, beneficiary of a lucky break here. 9:13 left to go in the first quarter as the Northwest offense takes the field.
Hopefully Northwest can capitalize on this drop touchdown.
Well, from what I saw their offense in this one day, seeing them for a few minutes, I'm predicting a slow start for their offense.
No.
Who knows? I only saw them once.
Edgewood started pretty well with two rushing plays, and Northwest caught the running game.
Going to keep it himself, and he's really thrown to the turf by that Cougar linebacker. But again, with
well, you're right, Jake. I can barely see the numbers.
Okay, so here's the Knights approaching this ball. 2nd down, 2nd and 6. Darian Montgomery, hands off, jet sweep, he's round right in, and he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like we got a Northwest Knight, number 1 down there for the Northwest Knights. That's Jamari Thrasher, And he's
And an early injury for Northwest, an early injury at the 37-yard line.
you know, I'm sure in my
An early scare here at senior night for Northwest. Number 1.
So it looks like the chain gang is going to get the step in over there on the far side, so it'll be 1st and 10, 8:31 left to go.
The injured player for Northwest is number 1. Is the junior the junior receiver and defensive back Jermaine Trasher is now down. We'll be right back.
It's Edgewood roster.
So hopefully Jermaine Trasher's okay.
See the sun starting to go down behind the trees. Getting a little bit cooler now. The sun's not glaring off the front window of this press box.
It looks like Jermaine Trasher has a broken ankle.
Looks like Thrasher will be assisted off the field by the training staff. Looks like he can put some weight on it. .828 left to go. Round left in the Knights. That's number 2 carrying that ball, Kamari Fry.
Number 2, yep, come on for.
I think Kamari Fry is one of the guys that is going to be playing both ways for Coach Lee.
It's been all ground so far offensively with one pass with Edgewood, which should have been 6 points.
Montgomery back there waiting. There's a give inside. He makes it through. Still on his feet. Nice carry. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 or 4 here. 7:44 left to go in the first quarter. Okay, so here's Northwest on the ball. Pistol formation. There's Montgomery back there. He's got a man in motion there. Montgomery pulls it out of his gut, keeps it himself, and he's going to be about a half yard short of a first down.
So it will be 4th and short for Northwest early.
Yeah, so it's going to be 4th and, like you say, Ben,
inches.
So this is going to have to be 4th down territory. Offense is looking over to Coach Lee Johnson for the call here.
It's going to be a QB
Montgomery
sneak.
with the carry. He's through the hole. He's got a long way to go. They finally get him run out of bounds at the Cougar 33-yard line.
What a run by Darian Montgomery. A 10-yard gain. Inside outside in mid-30. The 32-yard line for Northwest.
So that stops the clock with 6:52 left. Would it be 1st and 10 on the 33 of the Cougars?
Edgewood was near the spot in their first possession.
This ball's out, but he pops right back to him, but he's hammered down for a loss by the stout Cougar defense on that play.
There's confusion, and Edgewood capitalizes for a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, that play there messed up their schedule. The Knights were on schedule, and now got this 2nd down and 14. Montgomery, straight drop, looking to throw this ball deep over the middle. His receiver breaks open. Touchdown!
Touchdown by Javari Perkins. Touchdown.
Okay.
I'm sorry, number 19. Lorenzo Vernon gets the touchdown for Northwest.
Lorenzo Vernon on the touchdown. So here come the Knights. You see the Northwest cheerleaders getting their first big reason to jump up. Okay, Northwest calls timeout, huh?
Edgewood got the touchdown for their own end zone, and Northwest capitalized on it going back to their own end zone.
You're right. The Northwest was able to capitalize on that. So I'm sure the young man for Edgewood has plans of making up for that before this clock hits triple zeros tonight.
So Edgewood must get a touchdown. It's a must touchdown this drive if they want to stay in the ball game.
I wonder what the story is as to why the Knights have to call timeout and talk to people.
Pass code.
You know how to do this stuff, right?
The kicker for Northwest is, where's he at? Oh, they're over 2, my bad.
Okay,
over 2, won the Big 8.
2.
Northwest get hungry early.
Oh, but he's hit in the backfield and stood up, and it's not going to be a successful two-point conversion. So, with 6:09 left to go in the first quarter here, we have a score of your Northwest Knights 6 and the visiting Edgewood Cougars nothing. So this is a good way for the Knights to get this thing under. Get this game started as we see Coach Lee Johnson walking off the field with his fine quarterback, number 4, Darian Montgomery. Yeah, man, I think the last time I covered a game here was the Pleasant Run Middle School against the Mount Healthy Owls. Of course, we'll be covering the Mount Healthy Owls playing Northwest here next week.
Thank you, Rocky, for all you do to support the Northwest High School community.
You know, Scott Clemens, he brings his Cougars in here. Knowing good and well, he's competing in the ECC conference. The ball is loose. We heard some partisans for Edgewood screaming, "Get the ball." Okay, so Edgewood is going to start this off on their 26-yard line.
If Edgewood gets a touchdown, they can get that 1-point capitalization from the missed 2-point conversion by Northwest. That'll be a huge.
They got to get the touchdown first, Ben.
All the plays over by Edgewood is like 5 rushing attempts and 1 passing attempt.
Yeah, well, they look good running the ball.
50 yards rushing.
To me, I'd make the Knights stop me on the ground before I throw. If this guy's going to be dropping touchdown passes. So we see the flag in the south end zone just sitting there quietly minding its own business. Sun going down above the trees, making some nice orange streaks in the clouds here at Tequila Sunrise Sunset Stadium. Under center, Edgewood QB, turn and give. Skips around a tackle, still on his feet, but he's hammered down. Looks like on the 30-yard line.
So a 4-yard gain on the read option by the quarterback.
$5:50 left to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 6. Cougars break the huddle, come up on the ball. Under center. There's a give to the first guy through it. He's on his feet. Number 19 is going to have to tackle him, which he does.
And a late flag. It might be coming back. It might be coming back. The flag was marked at the 48-yard line.
We see
Face mask on Northwest.
face mask on Northwest, and he didn't have to do that.
So attack 15-yard line for Edgewood.
As the officials march this ball deeper into Knight territory, where they're going to set it down on the Knight 35-yard line.
A great 15-yard game. Attack on another personal foul, 15 yards, and like that, Edgewood's in the same spot they were early in the first quarter.
You're right. This is almost the identical spot where they were. So as they break the huddle, you know, Knight defenders are going to have to figure out a way to put the stop to these guys. A little stout on the line of scrimmage. Here's a sweep and gets through the first line defenders, and he's got a first down before they
Inside the
shove
30.
him out of bounds.
Into the 25, 24 away from Edgewood. That's up.
Clock is at 5:01 left to go in the first quarter. Now it's rolling again at 4:54.
As the game keeps going on, Northwest has stopped the run.
Well, they'd have to stop the run this time, in which they didn't. This guy breaks through, and he gets down to about inside the 10-yard line.
Inside the goal, first and goal for Edgewood.
It's going to be first and goal for the Cougars. Ball on the Knight 9-yard line. Here's the Cougars up on the ball. Here's the give. It's going left.
And
It's going to be close to the goal line before they get him knocked out of bounds.
at
From here, it looks like about the 2.
yeah, the 2-yard line.
4:12 left to go. Second and goal for the Cougars. Ball on the 1-yard line. See if you could get QB.
QB for Edgewood. And Edgewood ties it up.
Edgewood breaks the plane to the goal line. So the score is tied. Pending the outcome of this PAT.
A 6-play, 7-yard touchdown. 6 play, 7 yards down the field. And Edgewood can get the lead right here. That goes upright.
So here's the Cougars waiting to snap. The hold is down. The kick is up.
And it's good.
That kick is good. So with 3:46 left to go in the first quarter here, we have a score of for Northwest Knight 6 and the Edgewood Cougars 7.
Great capitalization by Edgewood.
See the officials conferring down there on the 5-yard line as the Edgewood Cougars special teams takes the field here.
Be sure to listen to the video and put it in the survey before getting started. Hurry, the survey closes Tuesday, October 5th at noon.
It's okay, the Edgewood Cougars getting ready to step into this. The Knights have Twins stand on the 10-yard line. Picks it up at the 10. Trying to get around the end, but they got him stretched out, and he's not going to get to the 20.
We stopped at the 19.
Well, now that Scott Clemens has the lead, you know, he's showing that he's bringing these Cougars in here looking to make a hard day's night out of it for Coach Johnson's players. We'll have to see how the Knights respond. So it's going to be first down, ball on the 19. There's a give. He swats the guy away, but the rest of the Cougar defense is there.
About a 3-yard gain.
Clock moving, 3:16 left to go in the first quarter. Okay, here's Montgomery. He takes it himself, but he doesn't get much at all. He gets thrown down hard for what he got.
So Edgewood kicks it up to Northwest Tyson on the rushing game of Northwest. It's going to be at least 3rd and 5 for Northwest.
Man, this is not a good place on the field for this 3rd and 5, like you say, man.
And they love it running on the right-hand side of the field.
There's Montgomery, straight drop. Now he's rolling to his right. Probably going to get flushed out. He tries to get what he can, but it's still not much.
We'll be close to our first down.
So it's going to make it 4th down. Oh, 3.
And Northwest puts up their punting.
So the Knights send their punting team out on the field here as the Cougars send a man back to receive this kick.
And Northwest is the first team to put their punter out late in the first quarter.
Well, I've seen games where, here we go, there's a kick. It's not much of a kick. Hopefully it takes the Northwest roll. It's going to kind of
inside the 50.
49-yard line of the Knights.
49-yard line, will be 1st and 10 for Edgewood.
So 1:44 left to go in the first quarter here.
Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine are consistently voted best doctors in America and top doctors in Cincinnati for their outstanding quality care. With 10 locations throughout the tri-state, it's never been easier to choose UC Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Okay, so here come the Cougars as they break the huddle.
Surgery, trust UC Health Orthopedics and Sports
He's
Medicine.
run a lot under center here. Fake the double reverse, and he is stuffed for no gain.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 for Edgewood with the ball spotted in midfield.
Okay, so here's the Cougars. First man through gets it. But the Knight defense stiff again. No gain on that play.
Carry. About 3rd and 8 for the Cougars. The ball spotted at the Northwest 48-yard line.
Clock down under a minute at 42 seconds, 40 seconds. Cougars are taking their time. Come up on the ball, it's 3rd down and 9. Straight drop, looking to throw. Deep pass down the far sideline is incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. We're at 4th and 8.
It's going to make it a 4th down now. 4th and 8 for the Cougars, so they're going to get their special teams. And maybe this is where the Knights special teams should run in here and block a punt, get themselves some kind of jump start. They got men standing on their own 15 awaiting this kick.
You've lost a very personal item, and you can recover that from a police officer on the track. Jeremiah Dunham, if you're looking for a missing item, please.
And the kick is off. Nice kick.
Thank you.
Caught on the 10, and he skips around the guy, and they finally get him down.
And there's a flag right at the 29-yard line.
Flag on the play, quarter to
On this drive, Northwest can take the lead over. We'll see what the penalty will be.
So it looks like the Knight offense is going to take the field, wherever it ends up being.
Holding on to the receiving team. 10-yard penalty will put him at the 15.
So that's going to put him inside the 10-yard line. A lot of penalties in this game.
First and 10, the ball spotted at about the 17-yard line.
Okay, so like you said, Ben, this ball is going to be down on the 17-yard line, and Knight's got trips left. He may be looking to throw this ball. It looks like if they could even get some kind of nice chunk play to get them started. But they just don't look like they have it just to motor and matriculate their way down the field.
Norfolk has 3 receivers on the right-hand side.
Yeah, that's where.
And one lowly one on the left.
They got speed. The next thing is, do they have the protection? Of course, they showed they had the protection when they threw that long ball. It's like there's some confusion or uncertainty on the field. Officials still discussing whatever the story is.
Jeopardy, you hear this on Jeopardy.
I used to watch that show all the time.
The guy who, the host just died a couple months ago too, the host for Jeopardy. Aaron Rodgers did a couple episodes.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers was good when he did the show. Aaron Rodgers is putting his mark on the NFL, though. They made him mad, evidently, because now...
Green Bay will be in Cincinnati next week. Against Cincinnati.
Oh, really?
Rodgers versus Burrow. I was at the Big game last night.
Oh, you were? So
Yeah.
tell me about it.
It's amazing atmosphere. I'm glad to be back there.
Where were your seats at?
I'm up on the 3rd row of the 20, on the big old end zone, on the sideline.
What end zone, north or south?
The south.
Go closest to the river?
Yeah, right by the Jumbotron, on the far right.
So you were near the escalator? Oh, are there? Okay, so they got it sorted out. Northwest got receivers trips to the near side.
At the 5-yard line.
There's Montgomery. He's going to keep it himself, but there's very little there.
There's a flag.
So they put the stop to that.
It's going to be a false start.
2.1 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
I saw a yellow thing fly off on the 11. Is there a flag or is misconfusion? And that'll be at the 1 yard line. They'll be at the goal.
Yep, so this is going to be interesting because they got to get out of the shadow of their goal line.
And their running game's getting stopped.
And that'll do it. Double zeros on the clock. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter here. So we have a score of the visiting Edgewood Cougars 7 and the Northwest Knights
And
6.
since we're doing Northwest, I got score for other games. Woods is up right now 7-0 against Anderson. Mount Healthy is beating Anderson 6-3. Right now, Anderson's made a field goal 7-3. 15 New Richmond, 6 Batavia. And those are the things that are scoreless at the moment.
Those are the only scores you got?
Yeah, Country Day is up 10-0 against New Miami.
Okay.
14 Lakota West, nil Fairfield. Tonawanda and Ross, you'll be seeing a couple games of those both teams coming up on WadeCross.tv at Northwest.
Fans, you spoke and we listen. Now you can skip concession line to get
7 Trinity San Xavier.
concession stand by using the fan food app.
Crawfordale get 14 LaSalle nil. Princeton and Andre Parker, Eric was head coach. 16 Princeton. And 0. Missed.
Download the fan food app today
And
and order your concession
Middletown nil.
Fan food, the ultimate. Fan
Princeton is
experience.
playing Middletown.
Yes, 16-0 Princeton.
So is that at Princeton's place? Well,
Middletown.
so we see the Knights changing into the field. Either way, they're going to be in the shadow of the end zone. Coach Lee Johnson and the coaching staff moving down toward the coaching box at this end of the field.
That's when you break a tackle, get on the outside and break a tackle.
There's a give inside, but Cougar defense is there and not allowing anything.
Now put him at the 4.
13 for your Knights.
If Edgewood keep pinning him deep, that can be a long punt if Edgewood can stop him on 4th.
Well, I'm thinking that Edgewood is trying to play this so they could come after this punt.
And that can be a possible block if they're still pinned deep.
You know,
One holding penalty puts the safety into play.
here's 11:28 to go, and there's Northwest. He gets the ball just a little bit past the 5-yard line, if that.
Just got to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 12 for your Knights.
Oh, so they're down.
This is where somebody on the Knights is going to have to figure out a way to make the Cougars respect their offense. See Montgomery looking over to peer at Coach Johnson. Now Montgomery's back there waiting to snap, looking to throw this ball down the far sideline. And this ball is incomplete. Almost had it. About the 40-yard line. So now the Knights will be forced to punt it away with 10:42 left to go in the half.
That was a great pass by Northwest. That would have been a great play if Northwest could have got to the ball.
Yeah, that pass didn't look bad at all.
That would have been at least 47 yards, but let's see if Edgewood can get a block and put 13-6. Or the 2-point if it goes out of bounds.
So Edgewood has a returner standing on the Knight 33-yard line. And the kick is low, doesn't even take a Knight bounce. And the Knights get this thing down at their own 31-yard line.
1st and 10 for Edgewood. Fans, reminder, coming up at halftime, we will have your Northwest Marching Knights doing their competition show, Rain. We'll remind you that the fan food app is available. You can order your concessions on your fan food app. Watch the halftime show. bypass the lines and pick that up at the right window. Again, fan food, the ultimate fan experience.
So here we go. The Cougars break the huddle.
Place your order, watch the marching band.
Great field position. This is going to be a great running game. A great rush.
Up, mix up in the backfield, but he's still able to get away.
And one on the play. 2nd and 9.
See, there's where the night defense could have made him pay for that mix-up. But they let this guy score through to pick up a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Here the Cougars break the huddle up on the ball. 2nd and 9. Under center, turn and give, around right in. He's got blockers. He's still on his feet. He's got a first down.
Inside the 25. And sorry again, with Claremont fans. We can get their names, but the numbers are so wide we can't see them.
West Claremont. This is this is Edgewood.
Oh yeah, I always mix it up.
You like West Claremont. Are you a West Claremont fan and we don't know it?
I can't, sir. I'm with this guy. I gotta stand by my boys.
Okay.
With the West Die Hard alumni.
There's a give, and they get him run out of bounds, but he looks like he's got about 7 or 8 yards on that carry.
This is perfect position to start off with Edgewood, because their running game is just superb against Northwest.
Well, Northwest, they're going to have to, figure out what they're doing. I mean, they're 7 games into the campaign now, so they pretty much know who's going to be doing what. But like you say, they're playing an ECC opponent tonight. Under center to turn and give, he runs through everybody. He gets down there close to the goal line. Looks like they're going to call it about the 1 yard line, maybe the half yard line.
Yeah, just right on the hash mark. So the QB sneak would just do it. This one run was. Since you see they take 2 steps to get into the end zone.
Well, you're probably right.
Yep, QB sneak in and he's in.
Sneak, but there's a give, and he's across the goal line for a touchdown. We see Fisk is getting pumped and everything, and
the Cougars are just 1 point away from making it an 8-point ball game.
so they scored a touchdown with 8:31 left to go in the half.
We went to the game in Pittsburgh, too. Oh, yeah? That's great. We dominated. Oh, I know. It was ugly. That was an experience. It was fun. Lady next to me hit me with a turn.
So the hold is down, the kick is up, and it's through the uprights. So with 8:31 left to go in the half here, we have a score of the visiting Edgewood Cougars 14 and your Northwest Knights 6. You see Edgewood, now their nation is getting frisky about the way they feel about this affair.
If you guys like college football, big game for UC and Notre Dame. Notre Dame will see UC once again tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 on WLWT News 5.
WLW, what are you talking about?
UC will play Notre Dame. The return of Brian Kelly. If UC can win, it'll probably be a playoff team. Who UC has got into the Big 12.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't break my heart if UC could put the hammer to him.
Fickle has done so much. He's done so well with UC.
Yeah, I mean, they're talking about somebody else wants to hire him now.
And we go to the Big 12, basketball. We can't barely beat Houston, so Kansas is gonna whoop our butt. Kansas in basketball. We'll be the Big 12 in either 23 or 24, as ESPN said.
So here's the Cougars as they step into this. It's going to be kind of short on the 20-yard line.
There's a fumble.
It's going to be loose.
Edgewood says they have it. And Northwest has the ball. So
Okay,
Northwest
so
will give you break.
Fortunate to come up with that ball.
finish under 500, but I think they've got enough to already be up 500.
Anderson is now up 10-7 against Winter Woods.
Yeah, I know that. Pirates are winning 1-0, by the way.
So here comes the night offense on the field. Darion Montgomery got trips right. Straight drop, looking to throw this ball on the far sideline. This ball is caught. Man still on his feet. He's into Edgewood territory. They finally get him pulled down on the Edgewood.
What a
46.
pass and what a catch. It reminds me of Joe Burrow giving to Jamar Chase right there.
Interception. Gets across midfield. It'll be first and 10 for your Knights. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. Major League Baseball action tonight in the fourth. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates.
So 8:19 left to go in the half. They're in Cougar territory. Chain Gang get to stepping. Chain Gang is holding up progress.
19.
So
That's who I gave it to.
Montgomery has trips to the right. He's probably looking to throw this again. He keeps it himself, pulls it out of a gut. Picks up good yardage. Looks like he's going to be finally taken down at the Cougar 39-yard line.
There's a penalty flag at the end of the play.
Great laundry.
At the end of the play, yeah, I see it there.
Ain't gonna be coming back, it looks like.
It's sportsmanlike conduct at the end. That's what I... No personal foul.
Okay, so this foul is going to go against the Cougars.
Northwest Knights.
Edgewood gets 15 yards right back to Northwest.
So Northwest is going to be up to them to make this work as they march this thing off. Much deeper in the Cougar territory.
Putting the ball at the 25, and Northwest is 25 yards away from making it a 2-point game. Possible 2-point conversion to dot it up.
So here's Montgomery. He's still got trips right now. Straight drop, looking to
Back
throw
on the
this
arm.
down the far sideline over everybody's head. Incomplete.
Second down for your Knights.
Run the ball. Run some more time on the clock.
So we see Northwest subbing some guys in. There's Montgomery. He's going to keep it himself. Gets around right in. He steps around the guy, but this next guy comes up and makes a tackle.
And you look at who gets out at the 21.
Gain 6 on the place. Third and 4 for your Knights.
It'll be third down and 4. Clock rolling. 7:34 left to go in the half. Third and 5, they're calling it.
So 5 yards away from making it first and 10. So they'll put it at the 1-yard line if they get a first down here.
And Montgomery, he gives this ball off. Guys around left in, but he's hit hard.
Caleb Jones on
He
the
looks a little short. Possibly a 4th and 2.
on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and 2.
So it's going to be 4th and 2.
Spot on.
Yeah.
We don't have a kicker, really.
Well, you got them young eyes, man.
We really need to get somebody who can punt. You never see that. It's always like a weird thing. Somebody who does something else steps in.
Okay, so here's Montgomery. 4th and 2. He tries to run it, and he looks like he's going to have enough for the first down on that student bar. He's straight ahead.
15, first and 10 for your Northwest Knights.
Montgomery tying his
Ball
shoes.
spotted at about the 12-yard line.
So first and 10, which will put the line of scrimmage first down marker at the 2-yard line.
So they could still get a first down. 6:22.
Another QB run, which puts them at the 10.
About 2 on the play.
But see, now that the field is much shorter, that's a lot less that the Cougars have to think about.
2nd and 8 on the line of scrimmage, 10 yards away from the end zone.
Trips right, clock moving. 5:52 left to go in the half. Montgomery throwing this ball to the right flat. It's caught. And there's Fry getting what he can, staying on his feet.
So 3rd and 3.
That's Kamari Fry with that grab. So they're going to be 3rd and 3.
And there's a flag and they're coming back. It's going to be a holding, it looks like.
Wow, this game is a lot of laundry.
From the 18 to the 2. Yep. 16.
To put him at the
Looks like they're calling it the
personal foul.
18-yard line.
So a big personal foul puts Northwest in a great, and that is a break for Edgewood's defense.
Ball's on the ground. He throws his ball over the middle. Incomplete. Nice defense put on by the Cougars on that pass.
Hopefully Edgewood can get that one down, keep Northwest from going to the end zone, because that penalty cost Northwest from making it a touchdown.
So it's 3rd and 16.
They didn't get the ball to the 1 yard line to make a person goal.
Now, I guess everything is 4-down territory for them. They must not have a kicker, or they would have never went for that 2-point conversion down there. Montgomery staring over at Coach Lee Johnson for the play. Got trips to the near side. Montgomery kicks Fry into motion. Montgomery fakes the jet sweep and keeps it himself. He's down there inside the 5-yard line.
4th and 2.
Down to the 5-yard line.
It'll be 4th and 4.
Coming up 4th and 3.
Or 3.
Well, that was a nice play call. Montgomery did the good execution on that.
And Northwest keeps their offense 3 yards to make it a Hudson goal. Timeout on the visiting side.
Timeout call. We have 5:03 left to go in the half.
We encourage you to download the Fan Food app, place your order, watch the halftime show, and pick up
This is where,
no waiting.
somebody's going to establish that they can get this ball across this goal line here.
Anderson now has the lead against Winton Woods, 10-7. Princeton now up 23-6.
I think these teams need a tougher battle. These aren't good tune-ups. Winning like that.
2 and 7 and 7, so they got winning. Last bet I made.
Okay, so here we go as both teams address this 4th and 3.
Huey has some good legs. Hopefully, say 4 yards to put touchdown in.
Yeah, he's probably going to run straight for it. There's no point in trying to go sideways.
They will put in their big boys outside the line.
In Pennsylvania, so I was actually betting on football while I was at the Steelers Bengals. It's legal in Indiana.
Fry in motion. Fakes to give, but they're
And
waiting
Edgewood
on him.
stops him.
He should have just given it to Fry because he would have had a touchdown.
Great defensive capitalization by Edgewood. The personal foul by Northwest earlier in the drive saved Northwest. That personal foul cost them big time.
So the ball will go over to the Cougars on downs. Well, they'll start it off on a just shy of the 5-yard line. 4:57 left to go in the half.
So Edgewood will start position at the 4-yard line.
And here's the Edgewood at the 4.
And a flag is out.
Whistle on the play.
I'll put him at the 1-yard line for a
So
false
that's
start.
got to be against Edgewood there. He's motioning it's against it.
So Edgewood is back at the goal line like last time they were on the field.
Here the Cougars break the huddle. Turn and give. He's through the first line of defenders, and they don't get him down until he breaks out to about the 14-yard line.
A great 10-yard pickup, which was Edgewood out of a danger in the goal line.
Second and 1. For Edgewood.
Second down 1, the clock moving at 4:28 left to go in the half.
Hopefully Edgewood can get a good 14-point lead going to the locker room. Because that running game is very good. If Northwest wants to stay in the ball game, they got to have that running game.
Well, Northwest is in on this guy. They got him thrown down for a loss inside the 5-yard line. I don't know if the refs are going to give this guy any type of forward progress.
So they lost all 11 yards from that run, and now they're back deep in the goal line. The one play,
So they're
and
third and
it's all the
14.
yards back. And there's the timeout called.
Timeout, Edgewood.
Edgewood will still have one timeout remaining, with Northwest still having 2.
4 minutes left to go in the half.
Edgewood's helmet makes me think of Eastern Michigan with the E on the helmet.
A Compass School in Michigan, huh?
Yeah, Eastern. They're a team in the MAC.
Okay, so here's Northwest. Back on the field. Here come the Cougars.
But I was basing it on if Ben Roethlisberger's going to get knocked out of the game, and I'd be like, what? Because they've got no backup quarterback. You know, I was sitting there and all these people, we need to put another quarterback. I'm like, who the hell are you going to put in? Mason Rudolph?
Okay, so here we come, the Cougars up on the ball.
At the half, it's 10-7 Anderson.
Well, they got Dwight Haskins, but he hasn't even been on the active roster.
There's a give, second man through, but he's hit. Big time hit in the backfield.
Northwest has capitalized very well. 2 tackles behind the line of scrimmage. And Edgewood again will punt in their own end zone.
That's Jamari Thrasher on that stop for the Knights. Low kick.
Wow, lucky bounce for Edgewood.
Knight walked away from it. So that ball's going to check up on the
A lucky heavy bounce.
47-yard line where the Knights will put it in gear. 47-yard line of the Cougars.
That was a lucky bounce there for Edgewood. You take a big 10-yard heavy bounce.
This ball isn't bouncing too much for some reason. A lot of these kicks, they take that end-over-end trajectory and they'll bounce another 15 yards.
Northwest has hit up on Edgewood's running game so far. That was great defensive work on Northwest side early on the last Edgewood offensive drive. Get an 11-yard rush and 2 big penalties. I mean,
Northwest, he's got the ball. Looks like he's got about an 8-yard pickup there.
Down to about the 40-yard line. Gain of 7. Second and 3.
Clock rolling down to 3 minutes left to go in the half. Ball's on the 40-yard line.
That should have been picked.
Pass is incomplete.
Edgewood caught that at the touchdown.
3rd and 3 for your Knights.
Delayed reaction by Northwest, by Edgewood's linebacker. That would have been 6 if he caught that. That would have been 6.
Mm-hmm.
And Northwest can breathe again.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 3. 2:42 left to go in the half. Trips right. Montgomery sends Fry in motion.
On the
Gives
jet.
it to Fry on the jet, but they got Fry hammered down after about a yard pickup. It's going to make it a 4th down and 2.
And it looks like Northwest still have their offensive out.
Gotta at least try to get him to jump.
I don't think they have a kicker or punter. It's just offensive.
I think they could go for it. I mean, they might as well.
And if you don't know, it's today's Northwest Senior Night.
2 minutes, 4 seconds left to go in the half. Looking to throw this ball. Montgomery, he's got a receiver, but he throws it behind Fry. Well, Fry has to try to turn to make an adjustment to the ball.
They have done that
just wasn't
twice.
easy.
They did that twice in the first quarter, and that is.
So that means Cougars will take over on downs with 1:57 left to go in the half.
He got happy feet going to the end zone.
He must have just took his eyes off it briefly to check where he was going to go.
Butterfingers.
Seen some key passes get let go of tonight. So here's the Cougars under center. There's a turn and give. Around the right
Another
end.
great run on the
Breaks
dashes.
a couple tackles. Now he's got a blocker. Now he cuts back across
That's
the
a
field.
touchdown.
He got one man to beat, and he's going to be in there for a touchdown for the visiting Edgewood Cougars.
And Edgewood capitalizes once again. Edgewood does.
You know, Edgewood, this guy, he just made a circle around, took his time and threaded through the interference. He had a couple of good blocks.
This game can get ugly if Northwest can't stop the running game. It can get ugly if Northwest can't stop that running game.
So we see where the Cougars looking to put this ball through the uprights to hold this down. And
That
the
is
kick
good.
is up, and that kick is good. So with 1:43 left to go in the half here, we have a score of the visiting Edgewood Cougars 21 and the Northwest Knights 6. So with this 1:43 left to go in the half, the Knights are going to have to come up with something to answer. So, because we got possibilities of this going to a running clock. You don't think that'll happen, do you, Ben? Oh, I see why you're not paying no attention. Hey, Ben, a couple games ago, I saw you on the sideline talking with Chris Oates. Now, wasn't that his cousin with him, too,
Gianni, Cornell, and a couple other receivers.
So all those guys in that group was former members of the team. I saw you that day.
Yeah, the team from the 2017 state championship game against Hoban. That team. I was supposed to go to Princeton to meet Steve Parker again, but I saw Chris Oates go to the game. I got to see my buddy. And Chris does not deserve what happened. He should be on that field tomorrow. I feel sorry for Chris and Kimberly Gamble, who's the mother of Chris Oates, having had a rough time with her son.
Yes, and I remember when he was in high school at Winton Woods, I used to go up there, talk to him a lot in the weight room and different things.
Gianni Gamble went back here to take care of Chris when he was at Ohio Dominion. So listen, Bearcat fans, you'll be getting Gianni Gamble at UC next year for football.
Yeah, that's what he told me. And Gianni Gamble, It looks like the Knights will get it, fall down on it on their own 30-yard line.
31-yard line.
And if you want to buy Chris O shirts, you can text Cambridge Gamble or some other people. They're selling 22 O shirts.
I just didn't
Sweatshirts will be coming out
understand.
next month.
I just didn't understand the technicality of I was right there in the wherever gift shop, and I buy a Winton Woods hoodie, and then there's a Chris Oates T-shirt. But the same guy I'm handing the money to for the hoodie says, "No, I can't sell you the T-shirt."
Yeah, you gotta go to Kimberly Gamble, the mother of Chris Oates.
Well, I'll eventually, of course, now I don't know when I'll get over to Winton Woods. So we don't have them. Only way I'll get to Winton Woods again, we see this guy dropping back. He's rushed out of the pocket. He's rolling. This ball is intercepted. Edgewood Cougars comes up with the interception where the Cougars will put it in gear on the Warrior 42-yard line.
The first turnover of the game is a pick by the Knights.
See, and there's 1:33 left to go.
And if you want an O shirt, they come in blue, white, and gray.
Well, yeah, I saw them. They were all there on hangers as if they were on display to be sold. But, you know, like I said, I bought the hoodie. And here, they probably thought I was going to try to say, hey, throw the T-shirt in for $2 or something.
I'm the commentator. Give me a free shirt.
I don't work like that. Ain't nothing else. Everything else I do is free. So, you know, a shirt ain't gonna. Okay, so back to pass. Escapes towards ball. It's complete. And that's going to be another touchdown for the Edgewood Cougars.
What a pass.
And something told me it was the wrong thing to do to let these guys have the ball. They only run 8 seconds off the clock there.
We might see a running clock soon.
I don't want to see that.
Northwest gets 6-0. Then it's like that. 27 unanswered by Edgewood.
Edgewood is in the ECC, so they play Anderson at some point too.
What was that at Anderson too?
That kick is good. So with 1:25 left to go in the half, we have a score: the visiting Edgewood Cougars 28, and your Northwest Knights 6.
2 more touchdowns at the running clock.
Again, we see the Edgewood Cougar cheering squad getting to enjoy themselves. You know, I haven't seen Mount Healthy Owls play yet this year, but I'm sure they got a representative team, as they always do. Ever since the days of David Montgomery, they've had respectable teams.
Keys is up 28-0 against West Claremont. What do we do at the half?
Okay, so the Edgewood Cougars, special teams, putting this ball down on the 40-yard line. Hopefully maybe the Knights can find a long kickoff return.
They got 2 at the back for a return.
They got players standing on a 10-yard line waiting his kick. Kick is off.
That's going to be a touchback.
And it's going to be a touchback as it rolls into the, south end zone. Basically, they have quieted the home crowd here at the Northwest Knights. Here's the Knights, 1st and 10. Yeah, you can do that. You're on. It's like he's got a decent run, picking up a 1st down on that. But
Penalty flag on the
another
play.
flag on the play.
More laundry. And another penalty against Northwest on a hold.
Holding against the Knights.
That's like the 5th holding for Northwest.
Yeah, they get penalized more than another team I know. So the officials traversed this ball all the way back to the
And the clock is back up running. A minute 10 left in the half.
16. This guy's got the ball again.
Another flag. That might be a late hit.
On the field.
Shoved rudely out of bounds.
That's gonna be a late hit. That's 15 yards.
Clock down to 1:07.
Another hold on Northwest. Back to back. That reminds me, if you saw with the Bengals versus Vikings, it was back-to-back holdings on the Vikings week 1. One more holding puts him at the goal. 2 holdings is a safety.
I know Coach Lee Johnson, you know, what he's setting up here at Northwest. I think he's been here at Northwest for at least 3 years now, maybe 4. But, you know, he's been losing some players, transfers and stuff. That ball's floating around up in the air. I'm going to say the whistle blew. Clock down, moving. 45 seconds left to go in the half. Trips to the right. 32 seconds. Montgomery looking to throw to the right. He's got his ball caught by a receiver, but he is hammered. And he snatches the ball away, and it's a touchdown.
3 touchdowns and less than a minute and a half.
Ball taken away and goes in for Edgewood.
That's what my partner Ben says. Less than a minute and a half, 3 touchdowns.
1 more touchdown on the running clock.
21 seconds left to go in the half.
Oh, I would love to see a replay of that.
You know, he just must have just snatched the ball out of his arms.
Amazing defensive work by Edgewood coming out.
I know Coach Lee Johnson wants to see his team play with more gusto than this.
That locker room energy for Northwest to have is going to be ugly.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to be the fly on the wall in that locker room at the half, Ben.
Edgewood 35, 6 touchdowns, and no PATs has missed.
So with 21 seconds left to go in the half here, we have a score of the visiting Edgewood Cougars, 35. And your Northwest Knights, 6.
Here's a replay of the fumble, if you missed it.
I pretty much got a good look at it when it happened, you know. That's what we need to happen to Notre Dame tomorrow, right, man?
Absolutely. I went to a Notre Dame game a couple years back with Adam Shiplett, the old trainer with the Woods.
Okay.
When they played Vanderbilt, and Ian Book was a QB who's out of QB at New Orleans. The replacement of Drew Brees.
Well, I really don't have a dog in that fight, but I guess if I had to pick one, I'd rather see UC beat them.
Because yesterday was the Ring of Honor.
Man, I don't care nothing about no Ring of Honor, man. You know who kind of fan I am. Why do you want to bring that
And
up?
we beat the Steelers.
Man, that happened 2 weeks ago.
Halftime talk. Halftime talk.
This ball's picked up at the goal line by the Knights. Running straight north with the ball. Gets up to the 20, steps out of a tackle. Still on
How
his
the
feet.
heck is he still standing up?
But now he loses yardage and it's going backwards. And just get down with it. 8.6 seconds left to go in the half.
I'm surprised the ball didn't strip out.
That's what I wanted. That's why I wanted him to just get down before he lost the ball.
First and 10 for your Knights. Ball spotted at the 18.
You know, we got these visiting fans from Edgewood thinking about visions of sugar plums on Friday night out there.
And they gotta keep the talk nice because they're right by Northwest fans.
What's his number?
Edgewood fans have to be nice talking because they're right by Northwest. Waterbeck does the same thing with their stands, only on the home sideline and there's nothing on in the visitors.
Yeah. A couple games I've been there when my kids were playing youth football. So 8.6 seconds left to go in the half. Montgomery gives it inside. This guy's still on his feet, got blockers.
A good 12-yard gain in the
Picks
half.
up about 5 yards and clock rolls down to double zeros. So that's going to do it for the first half of this game, where we have a score of your Northwest Knights 6 and the visiting Edgewood Cougars 35. Waycross Community Media will be back with more after halftime.
Northwest Marching Knights.
Knights to come in with some bad intentions, Ben. These Cougars from the ECC are opening up a can, and the second half of this affair will likely be played on the old running clock. Now, the Cougars, first half, they had 201 yards rushing and 43 yards of passing. Ben, what can you tell me to make me think that the Knights are going to do something serious before this game is over?
If Norfolk needs to get a lot of points going on, they got to get the punts, and they're down by at least 34 points second half. So that's going to be a miracle if we can see a wonder story from Ottawa come back, because they need to start that running game. If they can't start the running game, it's going to be even worse on the score line.
Yeah, so the Warriors have definitely, the Knights have definitely got to figure out a way to maintain some possession. From what I understand, the time of possession in the first half was so uneven that the poor statistician couldn't figure out how to scramble it to where they had to make sense from it. But trust me, we know that the Warriors, the Knights have to find a way to hold on to this ball. They gifted them, 3 touchdowns at the end of the first half, just from handing the ball over. So, Coach Lee Johnson, I'm sure he knows that he's got a big game next week against the Mount Healthy Fighting Owls, but for now, he definitely is focused on these Cougars.
Well said, Jake. And now back into the local Tri-State Sports, which was update. They are now up 14-10. 14-10 Wood, starting the second half. You got St. Xavier beating Trinity up 38-17. Dakota West beating Coleraine by 7-0. You got Wyoming and Taylor 6-0. Baden 28-0 against Alter. LaSalle, D2 state champions from 2019, is down against Cathedral 21-0. Dakota East 28-0 Keene against West Claremont. 16 Withrow, 6 Aiken. 12 Mount Healthy, 10 Harrison.
Now that's game Mount Healthy and Harrison, just like Mount Healthy and Northwest will be, can throw out the records of these teams in this game. So as we see the second half of this game about to get underway, the officials out there at midfield.
Here's a big story. 31 Country Day, 0 New Miami. So Summit Country Day is whooping on New Miami by 31-0.
Okay.
So that's running clock right there for Country Day, for the Blue Devils.
Well, it's just probably a matter of time with this score at 35-6.
With one score, it's running clock.
And who's going to receive the ball to start the second half, Ben?
This will be the third running clock defeat for Northwest this year.
Looks like looks like the Cougars are going to kick off. So this is where we're about to get this second half underway. Cougar special teams to kick this ball off to the Knights. One of these Knights is going to have to rise up and bow their neck, and that kick is off. High and over in, picked up on the 10-yard line. Straight north Wooded, and he's shoved out of bounds. Looks like near the 20-yard line.
So Northwest needs to score right here if they want to stop the running clock on the next possession of Edgewood football.
Of course, now it's October. Today is October 1st. I'm noticing a few of the players out there with the, what do you call it, breast cancer awareness colors, that pink socks.
Yeah, but breast cancer awareness month.
We're 2 centuries in, but we're just getting started. Imagine what's next. Start your boldly Bearcat journey at UC.edu.
Okay, so here come the Knights Trips to the near side. There's the turn and give by Montgomery. First man through, muscles his way up there for about a 3-yard gain, maybe 4.
Correction for second and 6.
So a 4-yard gain by the Knights to start off the second half. And if Northwest gets a running clock, that will be the third running clock defeat for the Northwest Knights.
But don't pile on the Knights now, man. They might do something here. Here's Montgomery. In the pistol, he turns and gives, but this man is hammered at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
I wonder if there's a relation to Montgomery for Northwest to David Montgomery, who's the Bears running back.
Well,
same position.
I remember that time you thought that one football coach was related to somebody you knew, Ben. Remember?
Ooh, what was that team?
Oh.
I forget.
That was funny. Okay, so Knights trips left, trips to the near side. Montgomery looking to throw over to the cluster, but the man twists out of a tackle, but he's finally hauled down. Looks like
Jake,
near first down.
You know me with the cheerleaders, though.
Stop short of the correction. That is a first down.
I'm the cheerleader magnet.
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk about cheerleaders. There's too many wrong turns we can have from there. So here's Northwest on this 1st and 10. Trying to get this ball moved up the street a little bit. And Montgomery gives to the back, and he switches around behind him, but very little gain.
Caleb Jones on the carry. Gain of about a yard. Second and 9.
Clock moving. 9:59 left in the third quarter. See, Montgomery looks like they got trips to the right now, but he's never throwing to the guys. There's the give inside. No, it's the fake. He pulls it out of his gut.
And a big hit.
Montgomery gets it over near first down again.
38-yard line.
Run out of bounds about the 38-yard line.
It's going to be another first down.
That running game going. Passes. Left the screen.
You know, they got some rest. They got some time to rest. I'm sure, like we said earlier,
He has some energy.
he got him thrown down there. That guy was in there backfield like he was in the huddle.
3-yard loss.
Second and 12. 3-yard.
And you see the refs with the pink whistles.
Okay, 2nd and 12 for the Knights. Montgomery looking around. They chase him out of pocket. He's going to throw it
And
down the sideline. And
nearly
it's
picked.
nearly intercepted.
That's a huge break for the Northwest Knights defense.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 12 for your Knights.
Oh, they should have kept the ball on the ground. Now at 3rd and 12, they got to throw.
Edgewood having a field day right now.
Well, you know, Edgewood, they're from a little, higher division, the ECC. What's this, Northwest, SWOC?
Yeah, they're Southwest.
Montgomery, straight drop, throws his ball, incomplete
Yeah,
off the
fourth down.
hands of his intended receiver.
A quick 3 and out.
12 for your Knights.
Well, I mean, they drove the ball. They made a couple of first downs. They possessed the ball. And if they could get a halfway decent kick, you know, they got him pinned a little bit. As we see the Cougar standing on his 40-yard line awaiting his kick.
Anderson has made a field goal, 14-13 to the Warriors. That was a game that looks good.
Timeout for the test. Another care rehabilitation leader in physical therapy and sports medicine is the exclusive sports medicine provider at Northwest High School and over 20 area high schools, middle schools, colleges,
timeout by Northwest. It's less than 2 minutes in of the second half. You see on the camera, the student fans of Edgewood having a great time.
Well, I just had Chip point out to me that Edgewood is in the SWOC conference. So I'm trying to give them credit. Well, I don't even know if that's credit saying they're in the ECC, but they're in the SWOC. But I don't know if the Knights are looking ahead to the game next week against R.V. Crouch, his Fighting Owls. But they need to focus on the task here at hand tonight. There's a snap.
He'll
Kick
one
is
field goal
off.
or touchdown for Claremont.
Guy
in the ready
runs up
clock.
and catches it. Still on his feet into Knight territory. Finally hauled down at the Knight 42-yard line.
Great
where
ball track by a youngster. That was a great ball track. Just
Okay, so that return,
Edgewood 37 yards away from a running clock. 37 yards away.
we see what they do is possibility the Northwest defense could stand up here. Time I call. And these officials have had numerous delays to sort things out. I don't know if they're scared to go home or not. So here we go, the Cougars on the ball.
I'm ready for Friday Night Football.
Again, the Cougars in there. Here's the give, and this guy
Counter.
pushed through there for a big 5-yard gain.
Pick up 2nd and 6 for Edgewood.
Okay, here we go now. 2nd down 6. Ball on the Knight 38-yard line. There's a give. He's through the whole
gone.
set of people. He's
Great
still on his
yardage,
feet.
and
He's
he's
in the
keeping.
far sideline. He's going to be in zone. Touchdown.
That's running back football.
Edgewood Cougars. 7:52 left to go in the third quarter.
A great 40-yard rushing touchdown. What a run. And
You know, again, I apologize, but these Edgewood Cougars have bought these witness protection program uniforms and can't make out what the numbers are. I remember did a game with them at Winton Woods a couple years ago. They had the same type of deal.
there's an injury at the 45-yard line. 35-yard line for Northwest. And he has got back down. Good.
He's hobbling. Can't put a whole lot of weight on that ankle.
Hopefully it's not that too serious.
Training staff. So here's the Cougars attempting this PAT.
Covington Catholic is up 39-0 against Boone County.
Kick is up. And that kick is good. So, with 7:52 left to go in the third quarter, we have a score of the visiting Edgewood Cougars 42 and the Northwest Knights 6. And this clock will now be put on, if you don't mind my saying, cruise control for the rest of the game. Maybe not the rest of the game, but, well, more than likely. Well, we see the Knights break the huddle. I'm gonna, since Waycross is gonna be covering this,
Felt the same way, Tony.
I'll probably have to come to practice and see what they got going on.
Dr. Justine Milligan and Dr. Jessica Sullenberger for providing sports medicine coverage to our athletes throughout all our seasons.
7:09, clock rolling now. Let's see if we can keep a flag from flying. The kick is off. Caught it
At
to
10 yard
10.
line.
Cuts it up.
There's some legs.
Finally thrown down hard, but he gets a nice carry out of it. He's up to near the 30-yard line.
At the 29.
29-yard line where the Knights will put it in gear.
Ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Rumpke's continue to be Northwest High School's partner in education as they provide support for all things Northwest High. Thank you, Rumpke, for all you do to support the Northwest High Schooler community.
Okay, so the officials wind this clock back up and it's running. Knights got a bunch to the near side, but
At
they're
the
in the
scrimmage.
backfield.
No, that's 3.
Second down for your Knights.
You know, now
I do love the all blue on Northwest. That's pretty cool.
yeah, this is a good uniform layout for the Knights.
Very royal blue.
But clothes don't make the man when it comes to this here
Can't
stuff.
do
here.
McGuire's cover.
We see the Knights addressing this 2nd and 12. Montgomery with the ball. But his guy is
Right,
hammered
scrimmage.
down short of the line of scrimmage.
The running back from Northwest thought he was gone.
You know, with this running clock, I want to make sure I mention that Waycross Community Media is very thankful and grateful to More Air, Heating, Cooling, Residential, and Commercial for bringing OHSAA football once more to the fans locally. Montgomery looking to throw. Moves around, he throws the ball. Deep heave. This guy's open down the
That
sideline.
was caught.
And that ball's caught. They get it knocked out of bounds on the 33-yard line, looks like, Ben.
They tried that two times in the first half, but the third time is the charm.
Yeah, I mean, this guy can throw the ball.
Great lob.
Montgomery. The Montgomery
Coach
back
him
there.
at 35, 30-yard line.
Straight drop by Montgomery again. Throws
Again.
his ball over everybody's head. Incomplete down
It
the
wasn't
far
far off.
side.
That was terrible. It wasn't far off that Edgewood player. It went to the right. If it went to the left, that was picked. So whoever catches the break on that pass.
So we see Montgomery again looking over to Coach Lee Johnson for what they're going to do on this play. Montgomery back up to the pistol formation. Straight drop. He's got a guy coming in on him though. He completes the pass. He breaks that tackle, but his ball's fumbled and picked up by the Cougars. He's running down the sideline, one man to beat, and he's not going to be caught. It's going to be another touchdown for the Edgewood
Rob
Cougars.
wasn't coming back for a touchdown. Another turnover, take it to the house.
These guys are giving up too many possession points here. I mean,
A great pass and a great fumble return. So it's Hayward's turn in less than 2 minutes. Every fumble recovery has been a touchdown. was a good hit. That was a good hit.
You know, I think what happened a little bit with the Knights is they're getting a little bit greedy with these passes to where the Cougars are looking for it and waiting for it. As the Cougars line up for this PAT.
That kicker needs to have an ice bath, man. He's using that leg pretty good. Probably in a jacuzzi.
.346 left to go. So here we wait to snap. The hold is down. That kick is up. And that kick is good.
He has not failed a PAT all day.
So with 3:46 left to go in the third quarter here, we have a score of the visiting Edgewood Cougars 49 and your Northwest Knights 6. You see again the Edgewood Cougar crowd that made the trip down here, you know, enjoying themselves, knowing that they'll get a chance to head it back up the highway here before too long with this running clock. This is where the Knights have to figure out a way to somehow play hard and not give up and mail the rest of this in. Over the years, the Knights have played respectable ball. Certainly when they were being coached by Chad Murphy, they were playing respectable ball in his years.
The clock only runs during playout clock and ball markings.
So we'll see if the Knights try to come up maybe with some trickery on the return of this kickoff. And they got to do something other than just plain old same old. And that kick is up, and that kick is going to find the north end zone. That was a good kick there.
That dude has a sweet boot.
And so it looks like the Cougars don't even want to give the Knights a chance.
I wonder if he plays soccer, man. That's pretty
to
good.
get a big return.
Very top bin.
He probably plays soccer. You know, next week, Coach Harvey Crouch, you know, his staff gets a hold of film of this game. They're going to figure out a way. So. Okay, here's Montgomery. He's got the snap. He's going to take it himself up the middle.
Score alert for Winston Woods. Touchdown, Winston Woods, 21-13.
On the play, 2nd and 6 for your Knights.
So Montgomery picks up about 3-4 yards, muscling his way in there. Clock down at 2:57 in the third quarter. Montgomery in the pistol formation back there. He's got the snap. He gives to his back, but they're all over on him. And they got him down. Hey, what's this?
Edgewood's defense is monsters tonight. On monster energy.
I guess the Knights have to figure out what their best solution on offense is, and best one I've seen is where Montgomery just carries it himself somehow. Got a man in motion. Straight drop, looking to throw. Here they come in on him.
Arm.
Throws his ball over the hands of
Incomplete.
his receiver, incomplete.
He loves that far corner on the right-hand side of that long arm.
Yeah. Now his receiver's still on the ground, and they're waving the medical staff of Northwest Knights over there.
Timeout.
We'll be right back.
We see
This
Coach
is the
Lee
timeout on the
Johnson.
score updates.
Coach Lee Johnson, one of the first one over there to look in on his player.
LaSalle is still getting being down 28-7.
Who's doing LaSalle like that?
Here, this score: 73 East Central, 0 Connorsville, 73 nothing. Costendale, something like that.
Was it? But LaSalle is losing. You
Yeah,
said
big
20.
time.
Well, that's gonna mess up the harbor. Well, I don't say mess up the harbor.
Catholic, I can't say that.
You can't say that. Well, you can't say it, Ben, and I can't see it. Oh, Ben, which one? Ben, that's your phone. If
But
you
I
scroll
can say
away
any
from the
school but
pictures
that
that
weird
you
name
have,
I never heard of. It's like in Halloween, a haunted house.
man, I can't see this.
That's my phone, huh?
Ben, keep
Look
your.
at the rug.
No, it's a nice rubber mat. No. The Lancers are losing 35-7. Cathedral.
Cathedral,
I wonder if that's Indianapolis Cathedral.
35-7 Cathedral.
Hmm.
At LaSalle. 35-7 Cathedral at LaSalle.
I would say about what Hell Freeze is up. They're not small enough yet.
I have never seen LaSalle get beat at that bad before in my life.
Both sides will fight.
Okay, so it looks like the Knights are going to be back here.
Almost nearly blocked. He had got a hand on it. He had got a
These
hand on it.
kicks just will not take a friendly roll tonight.
Edgewood will take over the ball spot at the Northwest 44-yard line.
So the Knights had no choice but to punt, and unfortunately, the ball is still in their territory. Looks like it's on the, they're going to mark it at the 44-yard line of the Knights. Well, I'm not going to, cry any crocodile tears for LaSalle, but still
Yeah.
surprising to see that them getting hammered like that. There's the give. Got him stretched. Now he cuts it up for what he can get. Looks like he picks up 3 yards on the play against the Knight defense.
Second and 8.
Clock moving. 46 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
It's the last 40 seconds. So it's been a down senior night for the Northwest Knights. Oh, Elder's a Saturday game, huh?
There's the give inside. This guy muscles his way for a decent pickup. It's like they'll mark this ball on the Warrior. Knight, 40-yard line. 41-yard line.
Hey, Tony. Who did the Elder have?
And that is the end of the third quarter. We'll turn it around. It'll be first and 10.
I think that's gonna be a good matchup.
And 7.
So that's the end of 3 quarters here from Tequila.
Hopefully it's on Ocean TV for free.
We have a score of the visiting Edgewood Cougars 49 and your Northwest Knights 6.
The good thing about Northwest is scoring a touchdown here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. That's a good thing. I don't have to hear the Michigan fights on.
Show your support for the Knights. Become a proud member of the Northwest Booster Association today. Information is available.
Yeah, that's the end of the quarter. We're headed to the fourth now.
And northwestboosters.org. students, again, attention all Northwest students. You are reminded that all students are expected to be off campus within 15 minutes after the completion of the game, as we are operating.
So very quiet around here at Night Country. The Cougars definitely come in here and put a hard day's night on the local guys.
All students are expected to be off campus within 15 minutes after the conclusion of the game. Please
I'm sure Coach Lee Johnson wants some more to put on film for Coach R.V. Crouch and his crew to have to consider next week. But here we come with the left-handed quarterback in here now, and that ball
Nearly picked.
just over the fingertips of his receiver.
Norfolk had like 5 turnovers, 4 fumbles, and I think they threw a pick. And there's a
Yeah.
late flag
Late flag,
on northwest side of the field.
so I think maybe a little frustration setting in on Northwest.
So they're going to come back.
Clock moving down to 11:15 left to go in the game.
This will be 5 yards, I believe, and it'll be
So the penalty for Norfolk was an illegal substitution.
for Edgewood.
So they're going to move
Could
this
have been 5
ball,
yards.
That penalty was a
set
legal
it down at the Knight 36-yard line. Third and 7. Well, it's not going to be quite 7. It's going to be 3rd and 3, maybe. 3rd and 2, they're calling. Okay, so
Tony, is the elder game on Waycross? Is the elder game on Waycross?
looks like they're in the backfield on them.
And let's get him in the backfield and bring up 4th down.
Liam Hendricks right there. Maybe here with the band.
We don't know what the weather holds in store for us next week, but now that we're in October,
It's going to be a lot of rain next week.
a lot of rain.
Rainy all week.
Oh, man. Okay, so here the Cougars break the huddle on the ball. 4th down, they're going for it on 4th down to give, and he's going to be able to pick that 1st down up with that carry. It looks like they bring the sticks out. I don't know.
Coach, that's 9.5 minutes of the game.
He's got to be kidding. Just call it either a first down or a stop.
Okay, yeah, where that is, it looks short against the sticks on the far sideline. So here they come out on the field.
Unless he grabbed the wrong one.
You know, we were visiting with the officials before the game for a few minutes when they were adjusting the chains, I guess. So here they come. They set the stick down. And Northwest is indicating where they didn't make it.
They're bringing up the chains.
But the official is indicating that they did.
A score alert, 21 Winston Woods, 21 Anderson.
So the chains get to stepping over there on the far sideline. Here comes the Cougars. This is probably where they see if this big left-hander can throw that ball. Give inside.
A big wrestle.
Oh, there's the fisticuffs. And we see Coach Lee Johnson coming out there. He knows these guys are frustrated.
We just talked some UFC. I wonder if there would be an ejection. That Northwest guy had his hands up.
He had his hands up and he struck the pose.
Muhammad Ali style. Here's the ref announcing the personal foul for the conduct penalties going to the Northwest Coach.
Referee official come over explaining this to Coach Lee Johnson.
There's definitely an ejection here coming.
Lee Johnson standing there with his hands folded across his chest, quietly listening to this official, and he's got like kind of dejected body language as he walks back to the sideline.
Okay, they're lucky to have no ejections.
Okay, so here's the Cougars under center. There's the give, and this man is still on his feet. Muscles up there for a decent pickup. Looks like he got about 6 yards.
So here late on, it's 6.5 minutes to go on Northwest Senior Night at the night. Northwest to go to 3 and 4. Going for the Mount Healthy game.
Within 15 minutes after the completion of this game. Thank you.
Well, that game, I don't know. Northwest is probably going to need it more than Mount Healthy. We'll just have to see if they can get it. You know, Coach R.V. Crouch, those Fighting Owls can really fumble.
It's that guy from Northwest who was hopping forward. It had the ball, he was gone.
So
Northwest hasn't scored since the first drive of the game for Northwest.
Northwest recovered that fumble. So with 6:42 left to go in the game, they'll take over possession on their own 40-yard line.
Northwest hasn't scored a touchdown since the first drive of Northwest offensive style today. Ever since it's been all Edgewood.
Well, you know, Edgewood, they take the bus ride down here from Trenton, and they don't want to just show up. It's a long ride. You might as well put out your all. And like I say, I think I'm starting to detect the trickle of Edgewood Nation trickling out the stands. 6:38 to go. Northwest again trips right, but they never seem to actually do anything towards him. Man in motion. Montgomery straight drop. They're in on him. He breaks away. He's still on his feet. Throw the ball, Montgomery. He's got a receiver wide open. This ball's caught.
What a ball.
Nice catch. They finally get him shoved out of bounds.
Looks I saw like that same play last night with Joe Burrow to C.J. Uzama.
Looks like they get him shoved out of bounds on the 40-yard line. So the Knights clock moving.
It was
5:53.
That's why I bought the ticket for Lawrence versus Burrow.
Man, I don't want to hear about Joe Burrow.
Yeah, because he loved your Steelers. We put every receiver for the Steelers in the hospital.
Man, come on.
Big Ben's now in retirement.
Hey, wait a minute here. This game is getting real chippy, Ben.
What is going on?
What's going on? Didn't you see that?
It's like watching the Steelers Bengals over.
Man, don't keep talking about the Bengals like that.
Dude, you're gonna have a 24-year-old Dwayne Haskins Sunday.
This is just a couple games. The season's only 3 weeks old, Ben.
Okay.
Let me ask
you. Can take your middle finger tap away.
Let me ask you. That's right. Yeah.
Okay. One with the ketchup.
So, clock's at 5:18 and stopped. You know, these officials, they got to figure out a way to have these guys play the remainder of this game without losing it. You know, Edgewood, I've covered them in a lot of different team sports over the years, and they're no team that I would consider people who would come in and do the wrong thing.
Score alert, 28-21 to Anderson. Anderson now has a 7-point lead. Anderson's new name is the Raptors.
So here come Cougars.
The clock now back up and running.
Clock running again. Montgomery back there looking around. Kicks a man in motion. Jet sweep around left end. He gets through the first punch. He's in the good first down territory. This
Flag.
ball is all the way down to the
Another fight.
20-yard line. Clock moving. 4:50 left to go in the game. Personal foul against Northwest. Clock back running at 4:20. So Montgomery looking over to Coach Lee Johnson for what the play is going to be.
Rick and I were at Monday Night Raw on Monday night, too. Yeah, we were in the third row. I made both
Everybody's flying down the field. On Montgomery flushed from the pocket, throw the ball. It's going to be incomplete.
standing up counting the 1, 2, 3 on that pin. I was like, yeah, it was. I found Nick
The last 3 minutes.
showed it on
3:33 left to go.
My brother's like, you got a better show tonight than we got at the pay-per-view yesterday. But we had a lot of fun. Because they saw you again at the end, throwing your head back and disgusting.
Okay, so here come the Knights as they approach this ball. Ball's on the Cougar 36-yard line. Straight drop.
And a
Right
net
through
drop
the hands
pass
of
wide
his intended
open.
receiver.
Ladies and gentlemen, the announcement you've all been waiting for. While they last, half price.
Montgomery looking over at the sideline in exasperation as to what happened there.
Half price while they last.
Okay, so there's Montgomery. Gives
On the
inside
counter.
on the. Look at this guy run. He's still on his feet. He's down about the 21-yard line. They're saying it looks like the ball's loose again.
Caleb Jones on the carry.
And Northwest have the ball.
First and 10 for your Reds.
Clock running. It's going to be down to 2 minutes left to go in this affair. 49-6 score. Trips right for the Knights. Guy's running to his right, but he stops to cut back and nothing doing.
What a tackle.
Caleb Jones on the carry.
Edgewood defense is just stout enough to keep the Knights smothered on everything they try to do. 1:30 left to go.
49 unanswered by Edgewood after going down 6-0 late in the first quarter.
Okay, so 1:09 left to go. Montgomery keeps it himself, but he's thrown down from behind. It's going to be a little bit short of the first down. The clock is under 1 minute. It's at 52 seconds. Still rolling. But we, tribute to Edgewood. Their fans stayed until the very end of this. I guess they wanted to enjoy this as much as they could. I don't know who they play next week. But I know the Knights are going to be in here playing Coach R.V. Crouch.
It's going to be the last play of the game.
And there it is. Nothing doing, so
Carry inside the 10 for a nice first
the,
down.
the Knights' clock will be stopped at 19 and a half seconds.
Northwest.
They want a touchdown.
Was that another penalty? Okay, that was a change of possession. So the Cougars come in here looking to take victory formation as their nation starts heading for the exit aisles. They got a chance to get out there and still have some groove on their Friday night, huh?
Yes, sir.
You see Coach Lee Johnson addressing his players. It could be that advice is when this clock runs to triple zeros, we don't need no more heroes. So just go on home. Don't try to have no fisticuffs. Let's see what they come up with is 19 and a half seconds.
Yeah.
They
Northwest looking for a touchdown. And
Or
it's much
just-
short.
he might as well have took a knee. The clock's rolling. 11. 8 and a half. So as the clock rolls down to triple zeros, once again, I want to thank More Air for bringing you this week's episode of OHSAA Football. All the resources of Waycross Community Media for bringing this game. I want to thank my partner, Ben Quackenbush. And this is Jake Williams saying so long for now from Northwest High School.